Coming up on this episode of Coordinated.
It is on that list, along with traveling and riding my motorcycle, but since this is a podcast for AP coordinators...
Yes. Greetings, AP coordinators, and welcome to Season 7 of Coordinated. Our goal for this season? To help AP coordinators successfully manage their AP programs from the start of school up through the AP exam final ordering deadline of November 15, 2022.
This season, we're releasing 2 sets of episodes, creating the opportunity to listen on demand to specific topics at different times, depending on when your school year begins.
Let's get started. I'm Derek Cometa.
And I'm Rachel McBride. Welcome to the podcast for AP coordinators.
Welcome to Coordinated.
Season 7, Episode 3, Class Sections.
Hello, Rachel.
Well, hello, Derek. We meet again.
That we do. Good to see you. Hey, I know you'll be shocked, absolutely shocked to hear this. I am excited about our conversation today, especially after I discovered that the subject is on your list of favorite things to do.
It is on that list, along with traveling and riding my motorcycle, but since this is a podcast for AP coordinators...
Yes. We like to keep our topics focused on helping AP coordinators navigate the start of the school year. So we've been talking about the access code.
It was episode 1.
And the AP participation form.
Episode 2.
And the topic for this episode, the one you like so much, Rachel, creating class sections in AP registration and ordering.
Ah, yes. I really do enjoy doing this. Creating class sections appeals to my desire to be extremely organized. Emphasis on extremely. and it provides that satisfying sense of completion once I've finished. It's very rewarding.
Well, without further delay then, let's get started.
So, one thing that coordinators often want to have handy when creating class sections is their school's master schedule. And by that, I mean the schedule of all classes, class periods, and teachers. Most coordinators use the master schedule as a kind of base to create class sections in AP registration and ordering.
Can you expand on that a little bit?
Sure. Many schools choose to name their class sections by period. It's important to have a consistent naming convention for class sections. It helps to keep things organized in AP registration and ordering, and those class section names also appear in the official AP score reports as well.
All right. Master schedule, check. And why are class sections needed? In fact, what are class sections?
Good question. Class sections are created in AP registration and ordering to associate students with the classes and exams they're taking. Student enrollment in those class sections allows students to access any instructional resources assigned by the AP teacher. Student enrollment in those class sections also allows the AP coordinator to order an AP exam for the student.
And how about creating class sections? Hard? Easy?
Very easy, Derek. One key reason why I like it. Even for larger AP programs, it doesn't take that much time. To create class sections, coordinators simply log into AP registration and ordering, click Courses in the top navigation menu, click Add Section next to the course, and complete the required fields on the following screen. And Derek, AP teachers are also able to create class sections for their own subjects.
That's good to know. And hey, that does sound pretty easy. I'm looking at your Zoom screen right now, Rachel, and I can see those required fields that you just mentioned.
Yes, and if you recall, just a moment ago, we referenced the master schedule. This is where that comes in handy. When creating a class section, we enter the section name, we select the course schedule, We indicate the maximum number of students for the section and choose the teacher as well. We'll talk about that in just a moment.
Sounds like you've done this a few times.
Right, just a few.
Okay, so you just mentioned the course schedule. That made me think of a fairly common situation. What if a student wants to take an exam for a course they are not enrolled in? If I recall correctly, this requires a specific type of class section.
Great question, and you are correct. I have this happen every year at my school. So in this situation, we would create what's called an exam-only section. To create an exam-only section in AP Registration and Ordering, navigate to the Courses page, then click plus Add Section under the course you want to create an exam-only section for. Then select Exam Only.
I like it. Another related question. What if I have a student who wants to take an AP exam for an AP course that my school does not even offer?
Similar process, Derek. On the Courses page, click on plus Add Course, then complete the information on the next screen. More information on class sections can be found in the AP Coordinators Manual, Part 1 as well. As you know, that is my go-to resource.
Expert advice. I like that too. Hey, Rachel, here's a common question that we hear from new AP coordinators. The question is, why can't I just create one big section for all periods?
Well, technically, we can do this. However, it's not advised, and there are a few reasons. The most important one is that doing so, and by that I mean creating one big class section, that would reduce the amount of flexibility when it comes to the instructional resources. The AP teacher assigns work in the AP classroom by section, not by student. So if one class period is ahead of another, which is pretty common, as you know, Derek, then the idea of all class periods in one big section doesn't work out so well.
Thank you for explaining that. That makes sense. And since you're on a roll, what pro tips can you offer when it comes to creating class sections?
Well, 3 things come to mind. 1, create class sections as soon as possible. It's best to have it done before school starts so students can enroll immediately and gain access to AP Classroom. 2, have the master schedule handy before starting the process. It helps to have all that information easily accessible and makes the process that much faster. And 3, name class sections consistently. This makes for a more organized AP exam order, and it's super helpful when it comes to AP score reports and keeping data organized as well.
Love it. Thanks for sharing. It's time for a quick summary, Rachel. 1 second. Let me look over my notes. All right. I'm ready. Class sections are created in AP Registration and Ordering. Class sections are where students enroll to access any instructional resources assigned by their AP teacher in AP Classroom.
Very important.
That same student enrollment also allows the AP coordinator to order an AP exam for the student.
Also, very important.
Class sections are most often created based on course schedule, or what we call the master schedule. Exam-only sections can be created as well. And finally, enjoy the moment when you cross this step off your list of favorite things to do.
Right. And actually, for me, it's lists. That's lists, plural. My list of AP coordinator tasks at the start of the school year and my list of favorite things to do.
Of course. And everyone, of course, please be sure to listen in to our next episode on the AP course audit. We referenced having teachers assigned to our class sections, but how do those teacher names appear in the drop-down menu in AP Registration and Ordering? Could it be magic?
Good cliffhanger, Derek. You know, the former English teacher in me appreciates that. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us. And be sure to join us on our next magical episode as well. We'll talk with you then.
Coordinated is presented by the AP program and the AP Coordinator Experience. Special thanks to the amazing team behind the scenes who bring this show to schools and AP coordinators all across the world. We thank Jackie Ray for our theme song, Good as Gold. Jackie is a former AP Music Theory student at Oakton High School. Additional vocal support by myself, Carly Suge, AP Coordinator at Costa Mesa High School in Southern California.
And AP coordinators, we cannot say it enough. Thank you. We appreciate you, and for all your support of AP students, you are truly good as gold.
Just don't know. I'll say it over and over and over again till I believe it's so. I'm good as gold.